So the question on the table is how to best avoid being choked in the guillotine choke, right? When I execute a takedown from the feet. If I lower my head and leave my neck open, it's very easy for the person to wrap around the outside, relax, wrap around the outside of the head, grab their own wrist, and now they put their hips in and start to lift straight up, and that's the guillotine. It's going to make me tap. If this happens, I need to immediately go to the guillotine defense. As soon as I feel the hand coming around the head, whatever takedown I think I have to give up, because my number one priority has to be surviving. So I immediately have to go and hold the wrist and hang my weight, find my base. The free hand then, the inside hand, because this is the outside hand, whatever side the choke is coming from, that's the hand that holds the wrist, and I try to pull it off and use my weight to sit down. This hand goes over the shoulder. And now from here, he can try and choke. And it's very easy for me to just hang on. Look, even if someone's strong and they can lift me up, no problem. When they catch the guillotine, as long as I hold the wrist and hang on the shoulder, when they lift me, sorry about your glasses, right? That's what happens. They lift me, and I can just put my hooks. I put my hooks inside. Here, 1, 2. And what am I doing? I'm just hanging all of the weight. Hanging, right? Just hanging the weight. Making it very hard for them to get the hips underneath and then making it hard for them to lift up like this to finish the movement. So that's the first thing. Understand the guillotine defense. As soon as the person starts to wrap and grab my head, I have to get this hand to the wrist and this hand has to go over the shoulder. And I can just hang. I can just hang like this. The more they squeeze, the more I hang. The more they have to lift and support my entire weight with that one arm. Right? Elio's method, we saw, maybe it's lesson 4 or 5. But in the first 10 lessons, Elio shows the basic guillotine defense. When the person holds the head, Elio first holds the wrist, right? And this is the initial way to keep yourself alive in the choke. And then when you feel that the choke is starting to weaken, I switch to this. Brace the knee, and you can hold here. You're going to forward roll, okay? Brace the knee, step inside, and when I sit, just extend him, right? That's Elio's self-defense technique against the guillotine. But just to stay alive in the guillotine and make the guy weak, as soon as he holds the head, I hold the wrist, this hand hangs over the shoulder, and I just sit and hang. So even if the guy tries to squeeze the guillotine and joins the wrist here, grab your own wrist, exactly. Just like this, no problem. All right, if I want to take this to the ground from here, as the guy continues to squeeze, look what I do. I just walk to the side, and I walk him back. Now when I get to the side, this leg traps the foot, and I start to walk. Right? If the force of the hit on the ground doesn't make him let go and he still holds, that's fine. I'm just going to sit here like this. I can wait, or even better, hand across the neck, start to rock the frame. It's going to let go right to the mound. Okay? Let's give these things a try. First one, when I make the mistake of doing a bad shot, or I lower my head, especially to the outside, so the person can come from outside my head and wrap under my chin and hold their wrist, walk in, put their hips in and lift, and choke me out with the guillotine, I immediately have to abandon the takedown and go for the defense. So as soon as I do this and make this mistake, look, hold the wrist, hang on the shoulder, and wait. If it starts to get weak, then I hold the knee, step inside, and sit. Okay? If they're still strong. I hold the wrist, hang over the shoulder, and now keeping my weight down, I walk to the side. From here, look, I trap the foot, and I can sweep and step and walk into the ground. Frame in the neck, weight over the neck. And when I let go, look, I can go to whatever I like. I can go to reverse Keishigatame, I can go to Keishigatame. I can go to the mount. Whatever, but I'm out of the guillotine, okay? So let's try those two defenses. Okay guys, go ahead.